What is good, my beautiful black people in the world? You know, I'm gonna include the world. What's good with y'all too? Everybody that wanna be tapped in, what's good? Before we start this video off, we're gonna give all glory, honor, and praise to our Father Yahweh, and we do so by His only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. Yes, who y'all call Jesus. This is really not funny, but it's funny. It's ridiculous. So there is this black sister who was doing 12-hour shifts, and she was running the whole Burger King by herself. Now, she had no help, right? How is that even legal to run a restaurant by yourself? Now, they say that, you know, the so-called black woman and men, but we talking about women. They don't work, they lazy, they always on government assistance, whatever the narrative is, right? Which we about to end that now. Look at how hard she is working, and she has another job or something. She does more than that, and she has those children. Look at the responsibility. I just want y'all to understand that. Look at the responsibility that she's taking on. And she didn't make them kids by herself, right? She didn't make them kids by herself too. Now, everybody want to cover it. Everybody want to talk about it. It's crazy that after all that, right? All that news press, right? They bring her and hold on, y'all, hold on. They bring her in to congratulate her, and they give her $500. I'm going to say it again. They bring her in, and they have these two so-called owners of a company, these two white people, and the only thing that they offer her is $500. Now, y'all can see that they're going to get more attention from trying to act like what she did was amazing and things like that. That was free promotion for them. They paid for promotion. $500? You do all that by yourself with kids? And they say, hey, look, we'll give you $500. $500 is literally nothing. That's nothing. That's not, I make that in probably 2 days, 3 days. Yeah, 2 days. I make that in about 2 days. $500? Like, what is she going to do with $500? But this just goes to show the level that they think that we are on. Like, they think that we're only worth pennies on a dollar. You know? Came up there because I honestly thought she was about to get some bread. I said, finally, the recognition is there, finally. You know, I know they're going to give her at least $50,000, right? And change her life, right? No. They gave her $500. And then, the sister, she should have just been like, oh, thank you, you know? But she just wanted to show that she's grateful. And I get it. So that's why I'm talking about it. But then you have this white woman who calls a child a derogatory racist term, and then she gets $1 million for harassing a black child. But then a black woman who works and run a whole Burger King by herself, they only give her $500. And y'all say it ain't no such thing as racism. Y'all do not care about black people, because it could have been anybody. I would have said it was wrong. I would have said it was wrong if it was a Caucasian woman, a Caucasian man, a Mexican man, an Asian man, whoever it is. You don't do that. Like, You know, I wouldn't even have, I would have gave her more than that. Like that you just paid for promotion. You just wanted to get your company name out there. We're going to give you $500 because you worked so hard. But then this woman, Beast, calls a kid out their name, right? Young kid. And then y'all give her $1 million. $1 million. This is crazy, man. When I seen it, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, you know? But this just goes to show the differences, man. We have to do better by our people. Now, is Burger King going to do something? Is Burger King going to help her? Is anybody going to help and make sure her kids go to school, right? And get that Western knowledge? Who's gonna help her, right? If y'all see she's single and by herself, who's gonna help her? Nobody. Now, the one that called the kid out their name, she gets $1 million. She about to go buy a house. She about to go do all this stuff. And she just said one racist slur. And they said, yeah, she's worth it. She's worth it. You know, I don't think y'all understand, right? I don't think y'all understand how hard it is to work fast food, let alone by yourself, right? That means you have to take the orders, you have to fix the food, right? You have to take the orders, fix the food, and pay for the food. Cook the food. Like, she was by herself. How is that even legal? Why isn't this a big thing? Right? Why isn't this a big thing? That's labor laws. Where's the labor law? Like, where is that? Right? She can't be the manager in everybody else in every position also, you know? But this just goes to show y'all that Black women, they're very resilient, very strong. They persevere. They're going to take care of their children by any means, right? They're going to take care of their children by any means. I haven't seen a man do that. I haven't seen a Black man do that. I haven't seen a Black man have 3 kids and run a whole business by herself. That's a first for me. And she needs to get, you know, her proper just due, because she didn't create those kids by herself. You know, America, man, y'all have to do better, because y'all trying to push out, you know, the Hispanic people, right? It seemed like y'all just don't care. Y'all just want to monopolize off everything. Y'all don't care about nobody. Y'all try to push people who want to work. The Hispanic people, they want to work. Shoot, they want to get, you know, they coins and stuff. They don't mind doing the dirty work, but y'all want to push them out and keep enslaving Black people like this. Whole Burger King, because every time I go to Burger King, that's who it is. It's either Black women or a lot of Hispanic people. So the fact that she ran that by herself is crazy, and the only thing y'all offered her was $500. $500, and then Burger King didn't do nothing. Where's the bonuses? Where's the, oh, we didn't know, we sorry, that's what I mean is crooked. Why isn't that Burger King shut down? Right? Where is the labor laws, the safety? Where is all that? Where is it? And the fact that she had that thing running, and whoever recorded that, y'all are the true champions too. And I believe it was a Black woman recording that and gave that sister the light that she needed, because that was just crazy, man. And I guarantee you she's still there doing her thing, and had been doing it for months though. It wasn't a day or two. I believe it was a month, 3 months or something like that. It was something crazy. I was like, oh my God, you know, because where everybody work, there is a team, you know. Me, I'm usually by myself, and whenever I work, I'm usually by myself, but I have a partner and stuff like that. And because I work multiple jobs too. I got to give myself, you know, a couple of flowers, but I work multiple jobs too. I'm always working. That's why I had to come back and make time and get back on this YouTube and give y'all some footage on my off days, because the only time I'm gonna be able to record, it feel like is the Sabbath, you know, the day of rest. But I'm always working. And that's another thing we have to change as people too. We gotta stop working so much, because they're just going to keep us where they want us. You know, I'm not a fan of 9 to 5s. I'm not a fan of jobs. I'm a fan of people growing. I'm a fan of people getting the proper, you know, equity. You know, like we need equity. We don't need a job. We need to invest in things that can be profitable to us. We need return investments. We need the money to work for us. We have to stop working for money, because that what the lady doing with the Burger King, it ain't cool. Y'all have to remember the lady that passed, you know, working, and she was working for weeks and not getting sleep and stuff, and she passed. You know, her last tweet was, I'm about to get some rest now, and like she didn't wake up. So it's not a good thing to be working hard like this. They say you have to work harder, not smarter. I mean, you have to work smarter, not harder, right? You have to work smarter, not harder. And that's my motto. Work smart. You know, we have to put ourselves in a position where we can, you know, go on vacations and be on yachts and do all the things that they get to do. You know, these people don't work. The people in them big houses and things like that, they don't work in them nice cars or whatever, them fancy, so-called fancy cars. They don't work. We are perpetuating their dream. We are putting them in that situation. You know, we are putting them in that house. When y'all drive past that big house, that big mansion, we put them there. We are keeping them there. We have to stop giving them our money and giving them our time, our body, and our soul, because that's what we are doing. When you go clock in, you're doing that. That person that's doing that to that black woman, working at Burger King, probably a franchise, that person is good. The person who owned that Burger King is good. They don't care whether she live or die. They don't care how hard she got to work. They didn't even do routine checkups. They didn't even come in and see if everything is up to code and the workers and the payroll. They didn't care about that. They didn't care about, they supposed to look at payroll. How many people we got? How is she the only one on payroll? And y'all still have the Burger King opening like that. That's not even safe. It's not even logical. What happened in rush hours? Now you got customers screaming, cussing her out or whatever because she's by herself. They don't care. So we have to start caring about ourselves. And I believe they started something last month or this month, August or whatever, where they're going to, you know, have a blackout. I think everybody finally took my little advice, because I feel we just should stop spending our money at these places, you know, and I'm gonna touch on that in the next video, or, you know, the future video about how we have to stop giving our money to these foreign people, right? To these restaurants and stuff. We're going to break all that down, because this is crazy. The stuff I'm seeing is crazy. But yeah, for the sister, good job, you know, but stop working hard like that. You know, your children need you. You know, if you there working all the time, they don't have a mother. You know, they don't have a mother. Children, they need their mother. You have to be there for them. I know it's a lose-lose situation, but you have to make time for them kids, you know, because the world will raise them if you don't. Even though you're doing the right thing, you fighting back, but you have to make time for them. You have to change that situation. You have to be there for them. You know, you cannot let the public school raise them, or daycares and things like that. And y'all should be ashamed. $500. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And follow me on all platforms. Just look for me. I'm on TikTok, Instagram still, you know, just keep it going. Keep the algorithm going, man. I'm back outside. I'm gonna keep saying that because I've been gone for a good little minute, but I'm back outside and like we back, you know, we back. We gonna see. It's gonna be a goodie, man. But y'all be safe out there and y'all continue to wait on Yahweh return because it's gonna be glorious, great glorious return. And I see y'all in the next video. This is Alpha Hebrew. I'm out.